Welcome to week 4 of your Live Leak-Free program. This week we are building on last week, so we're still looking for that nice connection to the core and the pelvic floor, really working on the relationship between our diaphragm and our pelvic floor. For this week, you will need a Pilates ball and a resistance band. If you don't have a resistance band, that's totally fine. You can do these exercises without. Remember, always listen to your body. So just feeling that connection, try not to get frustrated. I know sometimes when we're looking at that breath connection, it can be frustrating. Stick with it. I promise you will get it. And there'll be a little light bulb moment and your body will start responding. Okay, so your exercises for this week will be, you're going to start with a bird dog flexion. So that comes into an all fours position. So remember, we're just stacking those wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. We'll take an inhale to prepare. And as we exhale, you're going to blow out. Feel that lift and wrap as you extend the opposite arm and leg in a nice straight position. As you inhale, we're going to draw and round the spine together, touching the knee and the elbow. And then we exhale to extend. Inhale to round the spine and draw the knee and the elbow together. And then you'll do exactly the same on the other side. The second exercise you'll see will be a side lying leg lift. So you're going to lie on your side. So get yourself into a nice comfy position. You could have a pillow also if you want to. Have your bottom leg bent. Now you've got a little mouse who lives in the house, so don't let those ribs drop to the floor. We want to keep that pelvis nice and long, so we're going to extend through this leg. Your toe will turn down and your heel will come up. So that helps us to really get into this glute here. Breathe in. As we exhale, we're going to blow out and we're going to lift the leg in line with the hip. Inhale to lower. Exhale. So we're exhaling on the effort. Inhale, lower. Exhale and lift. And you should really start to feel that work through your glute. That helps to support your core and your pelvic floor. Next up, we have got a hip roll with a heel lift. So like we did before, we're going to inhale, exhale, curl the spine, rolling up bone by bone. Then we want our our shoulders, our ribs, and our knees in line. As you exhale, you're going to lift the heel. Inhale to put it back down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. So we're exhaling on the effort. And then we're going to roll the spine down bone by bone. So we're exhaling as we come down. We'll do another one. So breathe in to repair. Exhale. That's where this pelvic floor starts to work on the exhale. So that's what we need to remember. Breathe in. Exhale, lift the heel. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift the opposite heel. Inhale, lower. Little breath in here. And then we're going to exhale and ask that pelvic floor to work as we come down and release. Then you're going to take your ball. We've got an abdominal crunch. So we're working through the midline of our core and our six-pack muscles here. So pop your ball or pillow between your knees. Ground your heels. Then take your arms out. And I want you to press both hands into each other and press your head into your hands. You breathe in to prepare. And then as you exhale, you're going to blow out, feeling the abdominal wall lift and wrap. And we're going to come into our crunch. So we're gently wrapping our thighs around the ball. Then we inhale, let everything relax. And then we'll go into our next rep. So we'll exhale, blow out. Gently squeeze the ball. So exhale on the effort, remember. Inhale to release. So we just don't want to see any pressure or doming. So if you are seeing that, give yourself a little bit longer to breathe out, and that will help those lower abdominal muscles to wrap. And then we come up. So you move once you feel the connection to your core and your pelvic floor. Then you'll have a toe tap. So this week we're going to start with both knees in tabletop. We'll breathe in to prepare. We'll exhale, feel the lift and wrap, like you're blowing out candles. Tap the floor, and then inhale to come back. Exhale, blow out, tap the floor, and then inhale to come back. So we're trying to keep this pelvis nice and stable using these lower abdominal muscles. Again, if you feel like your pelvis is shifting too much, you might not have that strength yet. So just start with your feet on the floor, and then you can do the opposite like we did in week 3. Then you have a fire hydrant. So coming onto all fours, you're going to stack your hands underneath your shoulders again. And then we're going to take the knee out to the side at a 90-degree angle. So we'll breathe in to prepare. Exhale, feel that lift and wrap, blow out. And then bring your knee out to the side, squeeze the glute. And then inhale to come back. Exhale. Inhale. Keeping that nice strong position through all fours. And then you'll come onto the other side. Then we have got a side plank, and I'll also give you a modification if you don't want to do the side plank just yet. So if you're doing the side plank, have your knees bent a 90-degree angle, and then have your elbow directly underneath your shoulder. Breathe in to prepare, exhale, blow out, and you should start to feel your core and pelvic floor wrap. And lift, and then press your hips forward and just gaze at the floor in front of you. And we're working these oblique muscles on the side here. You'll hold this for 6 to 8 breaths, whatever you feel like you can manage, and then come down. Now, if you don't want to do that, take a ball, and we're going to work on a little bit of internal rotation of the hip here. So you'll breathe in. And as you exhale, you'll squeeze the ball, and then you're going to lift that heel away. You'll inhale to return, and then exhale, blow out. And you should feel these lower tummy muscles coming on, and then breathe in. So try that as well if you don't want to do the side plank. That's a great alternative. Then our final exercise you will see is a band leg lift. Again, you don't have to use a band for this. So work to your ability. Come onto all fours. You're going to extend one leg nice and long, okay? So think about lengthening through the heel. Find this lovely length through the head, shoulders, hip, all the way to the ankle here. Take a breath in to prepare. And then as you exhale, you're going to squeeze your glute and lift your leg. And we're trying to maintain this position of the pelvis using those lower core muscles. So we breathe in, exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift and squeeze. And those are your 8 exercises for this week. Please make sure that you're doing your stretches afterwards. It's really important that when we work these deep core muscles in the pelvic floor, that we also lengthen them afterwards. Reach out to me if you have any questions. Enjoy these workouts. Just enjoy spending time with your body. Don't get frustrated. Just connect. That's all you need to do, and it will just build really, really slowly. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in our next video.